G'day guys, welcome back. I am going to do another cloud pour for you. The one I did before this one was this guy, and even though he's really beautiful and shiny and all that, still wet, no real cells to speak of. This was with the Global Impasto paint, so it doesn't react, on the looks of it, does not react with the Decoart paints. I've tried, that was my third attempt with it, with different paints. I've tried the white satin enamels, I've tried the metallic, doesn't work. So back to Liquitex Basics. Popped out this morning and went and spent a couple of $100 on paints and another heat gun and push pins. Forever buying things. Actually, I'll show you. This was the that's the heat gun I use from Bunnings. Trade Flame. That's it there. It's got a little nozzle, not a nozzle, a little notch cut out of the metal ring at the top there. And then those, when you finish those cans, I buy these butane cans also from Bunnings in the camping section. See, it's got that little notch cut out there. So those ones fit that particular gun. So that's what I use. Put it down the way. Oops. Okay. Now I am going again, as I said, with the Liquitex Basics. This is a 16 by 20 inch, 40 by 50 centimetre canvas. It's a nice size for doing ring pours. You can move things around really easily. This was a previous one that I did using the Decoart Supreme Sheen. That's rose gold, and you can see how the rose golds reacted with the Liquitex Basics. So I'm going to go again with the Liquitex Basics, but instead of using the rose gold, I've gone with the 24K gold. That's it there. Beautiful, beautiful colour. And I've mixed that 1 part Floetrol to 1 part paint. So that's got about 60 mils in it. I've added 60 grams of Floetrol. The rest of my colours are all the Liquitex Basics, and I've done 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part Liquitex Basics. And then I've done a little splash of water as well. So I've got black, Mars black. I prefer Mars black over ivory black. Ivory seems to be a little bit more on the grey side. Dioxazine purple. Phthalo blue. This turquoise is a mix of phthalo blue and phthalo green with a tiny little bit of white, just to lighten it, sort of a turquoise colour. And I thought all those colours will go beautifully with the gold. Show you my little sample that I did just before. This mix was a little bit on the thick side, that's it there. Just did a little pour on it. Beautiful and shiny though. I don't know if you can see the shine. Let me come up here and see if I can see if it's shining. Oh, look at that. Look at the shine on it. So pretty. So this mix was same 2:1 Floetrol, but the gold I did, what did I do? I did 1 part gold, 1/2 part pouring medium. And I just thought, I haven't got that much reaction there. I'm going to increase the Floetrol and just make it 1:1, so it's a little bit thinner. Hopefully I'll get more of a reaction. But how pretty is it? I'm going to use my jug. I'm thinking I'm going to need about 700 mils. That's 500 there, so probably split the difference. About there is what I think I'm going to need. Now I'm going to layer each colour twice, I think. I don't really know what I'm doing. Oh, this is a bit thick. Why is the black feeling so globby? It's just weird. This is making a nice little mound, the blue. And the black just, it's kind of going globby. better. Probably just needs a good stir before you use it. Tends to thicken up quickly. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, a bit of black first. I'm going to pour down this way because that's where my spout is. I want a good amount of black in the bottom. And what did I do next? I'm trying to remember what I did with the other one. I think I'm going to put a bit of blue in next. Now this gold is really reactive, so a little bit. That's all you need. Good amount of turquoise. Yeah, I'll go purple. Good amount of purple. Back to the black. And I'm not going to put any more gold on now. I'm going to put the rest of the gold in from up high. I'll pour all my blue in. These colours are really regal together with the gold. They're really pretty. Pour the rest of my turquoise in. Now, what do I want next? Black or purple? Actually, let's go black. No. Oh, I can't decide. Let's go purple. Because if I need to, I'll put black on the outside. Now to cover my corners. Okay, in with the rest of the black. Does feel a little bit thicker than the rest of the paints. A little naughty black. Doesn't want to behave, it thickens up. I do have some black left over from a workshop the other day, so if I need some more to do my corners, that's what I'll go and grab. So as you saw, I only put a little bit of the gold in one layer, and now I'm just going to pour from up high, just a blob. Still got heaps left for another pour. If it's as reactive as what I'm thinking, I don't think I'm going to need a lot of it, but if it doesn't react a lot, then that's okay as well. I'll know for next time. I just don't want it to take over. I want to see those rich, regal, dark navy and dark greeny blues and things like that. I want to be able to see those. Now this is my black that I've got left over. I just cover it. This is a glue and water mix, but it'll be fine if I just need to make up a little bit for an edge. I'll just leave it there. Okay, now I want to try, if possible, to pour in a narrow line. I don't want too much coming out at once. She says as a big spurt comes out. Okay, gold, where are you? Maybe I didn't put enough gold in after all. Round and round we go. Try and move my cup around as I'm going, just so that I'm not getting all the colour on one side. Put a little bit of the gold out there. No reason why you can't do that when you're pouring. You can do whatever you like, it's your painting. Now I do want nice dark center, so try and get as much of the black out as possible. Sorry if you can't see. I've got the back of the cup to you, haven't I? No, I better pick that up before I drop into it. Okay, well that's looking interesting, isn't it? I like how I went across the outside. So unfortunately, my camera, the memory was full, so it didn't get me tilting and chatting, but this is the finished product. So not a lot of reaction with the gold. I'm going to do another one. I've mixed up some paints while my camera, well, I had to go and delete all my photos and I've been doing way too many videos lately, not enough room on my camera. So I've deleted some photos and made some room, so hopefully my next video will be okay. And while that was uploading all the photos, I've made up some new paints and I've made up some satin enamel, and I'm going to go again with these particular colours. And I'm going to mix some satin enamel in there in the white and see how it goes. So these are the colours ready to go. And I'll just come down and show you. This is still a really pretty pour, even though I didn't get as much reaction as I wanted to. It's still really pretty. The gold is just blended really nicely with all those colours. Once it dries, I think it's going to be amazing. That's it there. Don't know that you can really pick up the shine of the gold at the moment. See if I can go around here. See if I can maybe pick up that shine. It's really pretty. Not really. A little bit of shimmer there. I'll do this. This is probably the best I can get actually with the trying to pick up that shimmer for you. I really like the black in between. I was hoping for more black, but haven't got a lot. There's little strips of black. So my next one, I'm going to add a lot more black. So that's it there. Very shimmery, very pretty, but not a lot of reaction. That other one I did with the rose gold, I had the satin enamels in there as well. So I'm going to do the next one with satin enamels and these colours and see how that goes. Okay, join me for that one. I'll see you then. Bye for now.